There's a quote that I found for the astrology of this week, and it is by Walt Disney, who, just perfected imagination and mystery and magic and fun. And he said, there is no magic in magic. It's all in the details. With the sun moving into Virgo and our second Aquarius full moon, just kind of almost like a blue full moon. This week we are going to learn how to find the details in the magic we are creating in our businesses. Welcome to the Savvy Luminary podcast, Astrology for Entrepreneurs. I'm your host, Leslie Tagorda, creator of the Astrobrand Method, business astrologer, brand designer, author, and Aquarius boss woman. I help visionary spiritual entrepreneurs and impact makers like you illuminate and amplify your unique star powers so you can be the luminary you were born to be. If I could choose a theme for this week, it would be charm is in the details. And what I mean by this is it's the way that you might show up and smile or ask how everybody is doing in your own unique way to check in, or it might be the colors and the details that you put into the designs of your worksheets, or might be the attention to the sounds that you add to your videos. But it's all of those little details that really spark people's attention and you charm them with it. It is the magic that you put into your work. So as we move away from vibrant and colorful and creative Leo season, we start to notice the details that create our magic. So this week, on the same day as our second blue Aquarius full moon, the sun will later move into detail-oriented Virgo. Now, there is a subtle difference in celebrating the details and taking notice that makes our work so magical versus getting stuck in the details where all we can see are the flaws and overthink and be hypercritical. So as we move into Virgo season this week, I want you to keep your eye on the details while not getting stuck there, while still keeping an eagle-eyed perspective so you can see the big picture. Pay close attention this week. The magic will happen and it will be in the details. On August 22nd, Sunday, when this episode drops, it is a big day. More than likely, these events will have already passed. So you can look back and kind of reconcile the feelings of the experiences that have already happened with you and as to what I'm about to share with you. So, first things first, our full moon in Aquarius at 29 degrees. This happens at exactly 5:02 a.m. Pacific, 8:02 a.m. Eastern. And so this is our second full moon in Aquarius. We had our last full moon about a month ago in July, again at the beginning parts of Aquarius. And it's so exciting to have this kind of blue moon in the same kind of energy. So in July, if you look back to that full moon, to July 23rd, when we had our last full moon in Aquarius, that was at the very beginning of Leo season at 1 degree of Aquarius, where the sun was at 1 degree of Leo. That full moon was pretty intense because the moon was sandwiched between Saturn and Pluto, kind of adding an intensity and a heaviness to our emotions. You remember how intense July was? Well, with this second full moon, if you had any kind of unfinished business where you were kind of letting go of the things that really made you feel not so innovative or not so creative, all of those kinds of ideas that full moons are illuminating, this full moon, it feels so much lighter and so much more expansive because at the time of the full moon, we have a Jupiter and moon conjunctions. So whatever you're feeling is being amplified by Jupiter and opposing the sun at 29 degrees. We also have Uranus and Mars in this beautiful trine, and we also have Saturn and Venus at this trine. So all of that kind of the hard energies like Mars, which can be some frustration, or Saturn, which can be doubt, these are being supported and harmonized by other energies. So this is a really amazing chance with this second blue moon to kind of get to redo the things that you might have not been able to come to full fruition on that last full moon back at the end of July. So the theme for this full moon is creative luminosity. What next level of confidence and expanded creative capacity are you grateful for? We get the second full moon in Aquarius, the last full moon also in Aquarius in July, where we're able to let go of feeling too out there to make room for your creative uniqueness. With our second Aquarius full moon, we feel more expansive and optimistic about our creative vibrancy and revel in our uniqueness. It certainly feels celebratory with the moon next to Jupiter in Aquarius receiving the bright light shine of the Leo sun. Now, if you look back a few years, back to February 15th, 2018, where we were so oblivious to the joys and freedoms of living without COVID, the new moon at Aquarius was at 27 degrees. Again, new moon, a new cycle beginning right around that same degree point. Now, what did you intend back then? Like, look back, go through your Google Calendar, go through your journal, go back to February 15th, 2018 to that Aquarius new moon, because we are at the full illumination of that particular cycle that began back then in 2018, at the beginning of 2018. Now, if you keep a new moon journal, look back to that Aquarius new moon. What did you intend? Did you receive it? If you made money or relationship intentions and you committed, you are now manifesting those intentions. Similarly, if you had intended to make a big change in your business, if you committed, this too is coming to full fruition. So celebrate and give thanks. Now, if not, be honest. Is it something you still desire? If so, what are the obstacles you can release that prevent you from blossoming your intentions? Remember to thank what you need to release. Offer yourself forgiveness for not yet attaining your intentions, and decide today that you will commit to your intention. Full moons, these oppositions between two planets, are about integrations and deciding, are you going to stick to it? Are you going to move on? You need to commit. Full moons are illumination times where you have to be honest and look at where you are with your intentions to decide your next course of action. Part of this decision is letting go of parts that no longer serve you so that you can have more energy to continue on your intention. Now, of course, I would love for you to look at the houses that contain 29 degrees of Aquarius and 29 degrees of Leo, because these are the houses, the places in your business where you are being asked to celebrate or let go or forgive, to make that decision. Now, if you need a little bit of help and you don't know exactly where 29 degrees are, oh my gosh, I just finished teaching Written in the Stars live. It was so amazing to bring 64 visionary entrepreneurs through learning the ingredients of how to read their chart. So I still have this training. It's now evergreen. It's in the library. And if you want to take a listen, and so you can understand these degrees and what I'm talking about when I tell you, look at 29 degrees of Aquarius, this training is for you. And it's really inexpensive. And it's divvied up into 5 days of less than 20-minute training, so you can really uncover and decode your natal chart for business. So now, if maybe you're an Aries or a Libra rising, and you have 29 degrees of Aquarius activating your first and seventh houses, celebrate your passion and purpose and let go of the idea that you are not creative enough to be noticed. Now, if you have that 29 degrees of Aquarius and Leo in your second house, you may be a second and eighth house, you may be a Taurus or Scorpio rising. And here, celebrate your self-care and let go of not trusting yourself to take a break. You need downtime to be successful. Now, if you're a Gemini or a Sagittarius rising, here you are going to celebrate your marketing wins and let go of doubt that holds you back from communicating your brilliance. Cancer and Capricorn risings, celebrate your money wins and let go of money wounds that are holding you back. Leo and Aquarius risings, you might have that 29 degrees in Leo and Aquarius in your 5th and 11th houses. Here, celebrate knowing yourself and letting go what blocks you from win-win relationships. And Virgo and Pisces risings, if you have 29 degrees of Leo and Aquarius in your 12th and 6th houses, celebrate your daily systems and let go with the need to overwork to create flow in your operations and routines. Happy full moon, everyone. Little later that day on Sunday, the 22nd, the sun enters Virgo. It is Virgo season at officially 2:35 p.m. Pacific, 5:35 p.m. Eastern. Assess and make whole is the theme for this season. What does effective, sustainable, healthy growth look like for you and your business? Now through September 22nd, we are in the season of Virgo, where we radiate our creativity through getting organized, keeping healthy, and paying attention to the details. Remember, the charm is in the details. The sun joins Mercury and Mars already in Virgo. Virgo's efficiency is more than how we can make things faster and more profitable. To be in the shadow of Virgo is to pursue perfection and productivity through overthinking, overserving, and overdoing. Efficiency doesn't take into account Virgo values such as health of the whole, sustainable productivity, restoration, absorption, and steady growth. Instead, let's practice the evolution of efficiency, which is effectiveness. With Virgo effectiveness, you diagnose the overall health of your business and synthesize how everything works as a whole. The health of you, the business owner, is just as important as the health of your business, your soul's extension. Both you and your business must be healthy in mind, body, and spirit to the best of your abilities so that you can create a business that allows you to accomplish your soul's purpose while serving others. For all of you Virgo luminaries, the healthiest and happiest of solar return birthdays to you. The next day on Monday, the 23rd, we have Venus trining Saturn retrograde. This happens at exactly 5:48 a.m. Pacific, 8:48 a.m. Eastern, where the theme is commitments pay off. Where in your business is your loyal dedication being rewarded? Notice surprise outcomes from commitments in your business relationships or investments. If you've been dedicated to some of your business relationships, maybe following up with an interested prospect, or you've been focused on attaining a money goal, the timing is ripe for some unexpected results. If you haven't yet decided to commit to client, relationship, or money goals, today could be a great day to make a plan. Commitment is your key to success. If you have any planets or angles in air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, around 8 degrees, you will feel this added support. Venus will be at Libra of 8 degrees, trining Saturn retrograde at Aquarius of 8 degrees. On Tuesday, the 24th, we have Mercury opposite Neptune retrograde. This happens at exactly 6:14 p.m. Pacific, 9:14 p.m. Eastern, where the theme is to listen to your intuition. What clever and imaginative ideas are being illuminated now? Over the last month, Mercury has been dancing with Neptune and stimulating your thinking with visionary intuition. If you're open to the signs your intuition is constantly sending you, today will feel amplified, as if your doors are wide open to receive it all. These downloads may not make sense at first, but if you stop trying to figure it out and playfully get curious, you will get an insight into your most effective creative process. This may sound subtle, yet you get to decide today on how you can think things through. Would you rather struggle with the details or go with the flow and be inspired to do easier? Your process is now illuminated. If you have mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisces in late degrees, you'll intuit these signs much more intensely. Mercury will be at Virgo of 22 degrees, opposite Neptune of Pisces at 22 degrees. On Thursday, August 26th, we have Mercury trining Pluto retrograde. This happens at 7:23 a.m. Pacific, 10:23 a.m. Eastern, where your words have power. What can you share that transforms? It's a great day to send a vulnerable message that inspires action to your community. It's a day like today where you have access to deep emotional intelligence and want to share something vulnerable. Now, this isn't for the sake of clickbait or manipulation. Instead, this is about sharing something deep you've overcome in your business that connects you to those that may be going through the same thing you've worked through. Your ideal customers. You have the ability to put words to these feelings today and use them to inspire transformation in your community. Your words have power. If you have earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn in late degrees, you'll be able to create your message with a feeling of support. Mercury will be at Virgo of 24 degrees, trining Pluto retrograde at Capricorn of 24 degrees. Well, those are all of the big aspects that are happening this week. Ah, feel into it. Get curious what these energies want you to understand. And at one level, accept it or decide to make that change for the better. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you soon. The greatest thing that you could do to me to pass things forward is to head over to Apple iTunes and leave a rating and review for this podcast. Let others know what you think, and each rating and review helps this podcast be more visible to listeners like you.